It is 6:56, coming up on 4 minutes before racing. To kick off the night, I am going to play our national anthem. If you are standing here in the pits, remove your hats, stand up, and face a flag for the United States national anthem. Race number 1. Start making your way to the track here in the next 2 minutes. Sportsman, heat 1 of 1. Chase, Tony, Ryan, Cameron. You will be up here in 2 minutes. Marshall's going to be from race number 11, 13.5 late model. Heat 2 of 2. We got Dan, James, John, Brian, Mike. Please make your way out here to assist with marshalling.
Ryan Hahn.
All right. I need one more Marshall. If you could. Oh, they're good. Thank you for the help, guys. Thank you for the help. All right. I'm still looking for 2 of my racers, Cameron and Chase. Oh, there's Cameron. Chase Hatton, are you making your way to the track? Chase Hatton. No word from Chase. Chase Hatton in the house. Can anyone confirm these here? All right, we're rolling. Get them checked in. Get them checked in.
Cameron Riesinger.
All three of my drivers are checked in. Give them another lap or two, then we're going to get them rolling. All right, spread them out, spread them out. We're going to get this one ready to go. All right, looks good. Race will go live. Less than 5. We got Cameron, Ryan, Tony. That is all three of my racers. Cameron spread himself out from the pack. He's the only one throwing down fast laps. He's got a 5.5 heater. Tony with a 5.9. Ryan with a 6.1. He is working up to the backside of those two cars. Got around Ryan. Coming up on Tony. Your leader, blue, yellow, red, color bomb. Down the backstretch he goes. He's got Tony right in front of him. Tony's in that 2 spot, about 1.5 seconds behind him. We are 1 minute down, 3 left to go. We got Ryan Hahn in that 3 spot, just ran his heater, a 5.8. He is 10 seconds behind Tony. Tony now 1.3 behind Cameron. He's making up time. Both of those drivers matching hot laps, 5.25. Did it at the same time. Looks like Tony with a long lap, 9-second mistake. Gonna give Cameron lots of open track, lots of open space behind him. With a 1 lap cushion, your leader working the backstretch now. Turns 3 and 4, crossing the line there. He's got 6.5 over Tony now. Tony's in the black and blue chrome wheels. Going down the front stretch, crossing the line there. Now 7 seconds behind your leader. Ryan in the 3. He's in that all blue-green. Chrome rims going down the backstretch right in front of Tony. Gives him the space.
2 minutes left.
They are 15 seconds apart. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Your leader keeping the gap, 6.5. Little bit longer lap there for Cameron. Going to be a 5.6. Backs up with a 5.7. Just crashes after the line. We're going to see what it is this time. A 7.5. The gap is getting shorter. Cameron a 5.7. Tony a 5.4. He's making up 2 to 3 tenths almost every time by.
One minute left.
Cameron out front. He's on a 43.4 flat with 30 seconds left on the clock. He has spread that gap out another 2 seconds. It was 3 flat. Now it's 5.6. Ryan hanging out in that 3 spot. He's about 25 seconds behind them. 15 seconds on the clock. The gap for the 1 spot shortening up. Cameron with a 6.4. Tony with a 5.3. Another second shorter. They're going by for 3 more laps. 3 more laps. Next time by. Cameron will be done. Tony, you got 1 more. That's going to be a race. Race is over. Cameron, Tony, Ryan, your top 3.
Race is completed. Lewis Shelton.
Track is open.
Justin Fay. Alton Henley. John Mosby.
See you later, man. All right, get them rolling, get them rolling. All right, Cameron, you are watching turns 3 and 4. Race will go live. A little bit more spread out, Let's get those guys up front. All right, looks good. Race will go live. Less than 5. John, Alton, Louie, and Justin. All 4 racers are rolling. John gonna cross the line first. Gonna be Alton, Louie, and Justin right behind him. Laying down our 4th lap here from everyone. We got John out front, Justin in that 2 spot, Alton Henley 3, Louie in the 4 spot. John right now pulling a gap. He's got a hot lap of a 4.8. Louie right behind him, about half a second. Ooh, gonna make a bobble there. Gonna put Louie down to the 4 spot. Alton now up to the 2. 1/10 of a second behind him. Gonna be Justin Fay. Oh, Louie crash in turn 4. Go low. Low and 4. Gonna crash Louie. Gonna catch Alton. Gonna move Justin up to the 2. Ooh. John and Justin 1 and 2. Separated by 2.5 seconds. John is pulling away. But now we got the leader and Justin neck and neck on the track right now. Gonna see if Justin can throw down some crazy laps to keep up with him. John's on a 48 and a 4 flat. Justin's on a 47.402. Your leader running an average of a 4.9. Justin with a 5.1. Alton with a 5.2. My top 3 throwing down 4.9 hot laps. John with a 4.8. We are 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. That last time by, your leader gonna breach the 49 lap pace. He's on a 49.404.4. This time by, he's gonna knock a 10th off. Justin Fay now 3.7 behind him. Alton another 3 seconds back off of Justin. And Louie 30 seconds off of that battle for the 3. So we got some pretty decent gaps towards the back of the race. 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. John falling off the 49 lap pace. He's now on a 48 and a 4 flat. 2/10 of a second keeping him off of it. Needs to find some hot laps here. There's a 5 flat there. This time by a 4.8. It's going to get him so close. 5.1. Another 2/10.
1 minute left.
3 minutes down. 1 left to go. John out front. He's in the all orange number 1. Down the front stretch he goes, crossing the line there. Going to be a 5 flat. He's on a 48 and a 4:02. Justin Fay, 10 seconds behind him. Going to have a crash. Going to move Alton Henley another couple seconds closer. John, Justin, Alton, your top 3. Battle for the 1 spot. 10 seconds apart. John and Justin are 11 seconds apart now. Justin and Alton, 3 seconds apart. 3:50 down, 10 seconds left to go. Your leader going by for 2 more laps. Next time by your leader will be done. He's on a 48 and a 4:01. He will be done at the line. John, you are done. Alton, you are done. Justin, you are done. That's a race.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed. Thomas Sadler. Eddie Sadler. Paul Taylor. Ronnie Sadler.
I have all of my cars checked in. I have all 4 marshals. Get them rolling. Get them rolling. All right, get them rolling. Get them rolling. All right, race will go live. Less than 5. Ronnie, Paul, Thomas, Jason, Eddie. Hey, everybody working lap number 3. We got Paul Taylor out front. 1/10 of a second behind him. Going to be Eddie Sadler. Then Jason, Thomas, Ronnie. Everybody within 2 seconds all the way down the board. Oh, we're seeing a couple crashes. I've seen Ronnie. I've seen Thomas. Both of them crashing. Gonna move Eddie and Jason up a couple spots. We got Paul, Jason, Eddie. That's your top 3. Thomas in the 4. Ronnie in the 5. We are 50 seconds down. 3:10 left to go. Oh, watch the backstretch. Go low. Go low. It's clear. Paul Taylor leading the way. He's got a 48 and a 4:02. His hot lap going to be a 4.8. Jason Basham in the 2. 2 seconds behind the leader. Had a little crash in turn 2. We're going to see where that puts him. 2.5 behind him. Eddie in the 3 spot, about 4 seconds off of Jason. Thomas making his way up there. Oh, Eddie. 10-second lap. Don't know what happened there. Whether it was a crash or he missed the line. He is back to the 5 spot. Oh, broken car on the front stretch. Watch the front. Go low. Go low. Two minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Paul going to reset hot lap. 4.71. Jason's got a 4.76. Eddie with a 4.9. Ronnie a 4.8. Thomas a 5 flat. Thomas had to pull out of this race. Car was broken. Tough break halfway through the race. Oh, Jason Basham. 11-second lap. He's now 10 seconds behind the leader. 9 seconds ahead of Eddie. That is your top 3. Paul, Jason, Eddie, Ronnie in the 4. Your leader. Going to be down the front stretch. He's in that white, blue, orange. Crossing the line now. He's got Ronnie right behind him. Ronnie's in that 4 spot. Jason in the 2. He's in the red, black, white wheels crossing the line there. Eddie in the 3. White and orange. Number 26. Black and yellow wheels. Crossing the line. Now that's your top 3. All in the same portion of the track. In the running order. Paul Taylor crossing. Jason crossing. Eddie crossing. 10 seconds apart. All the way down the board. Paul and Jason 10 seconds apart. Jason, Eddie 10 seconds apart. Ronnie in that 4 spot. 30 seconds off that battle. We are 3:30 down, 30 left. Your leader, Paul, is on a 48.402. Jason on a 46.403. Ten seconds on the clock. Paul Taylor, your leader, going to go by for 2 more laps. Next time by, he will be finished. Here comes the bell. Crossing the line, your leader is done. Eddie, 1 more lap for you, and the race will be over.
Eddie Sadler done.
That's it. Paul, Jason, Eddie, Ronnie, Thomas. Time to kick off our biggest class of the evening. Two-wheel drive buggy street stock. Heat 1 of 3.
My bad.
I need one more marshal.
Nathan Hale.
All right, we are covered on marshals. I'm looking for
Anthony Austin.
Matt Sinex. Where you at? Looking for Mike Basham. Mike Basham said he had to put his body on. Wesley, hold his dog or something. All right. All right, get it checked in, get it checked in. All right, Jason, there is no transponder in that buggy. All right, we're getting it rolling. No way. Well, since you're using it for practice, Jason, try to get that body fixed. Yeah. Have someone standing in the corner adjusting your body as you go. All right. Race will go live. Less than 5. Brandon, Cole, Anthony. All 3 racers checked and rolling. To start us off, we have Nathan Hale. He's in the blue, gray, black wheels. Number 0 going down the front stretch, crossing the line there. He's on a 55 and a 4 flat. Hot lap, 4.3. Cole Denny in that 2 spot, gonna match his hot lap, another 4.3. Anthony, a 4.4. Racing still pretty close. We got 1.3 from Nathan to Cole. Another second back is gonna be Anthony Austin. We are 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Nathan gonna throw down a 4.28. He's working the backside of Anthony. That is your leader. Give him plenty of room. All right, your leader, 55 and a 4.01. He's got 1.7 over Cole Denny. Cole with a little bit of a slow lap of 4.9. Gonna back it up with a couple 4.4s. Cole Denny, all white and black, number 10. Oh, gonna clip the pipe and roll it over. Ooh. Ooh. We are 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Your leader down the back stretch. Cole right behind him, Anthony behind him. Everybody on their own lap. Nathan working lap 27, Cole on 26, Anthony 25. 4 seconds between each car. Oh, watch the front. Your number 2 car, Cole Denny, going to drive a little hard and roll it over. He had 4 seconds over Anthony. Now with a 9-second mistake, he is going to be in that 3 spot. 0.2 of a second off of Anthony. Anthony pushing hard. That car looks gripped up, just a little bit hard to drive. Looks like it could use a little bit more steering. We are 2:45 down, 1:15 left to go. Nathan with a 10-second lead. He's on a 55.403. Anthony, 51.4 flat. Now Cole Denny on that 51.4 flat pace, taking over the 2 spot. Anthony gonna take it back last time. Back and forth. Cole with a bit of a slow one, a 4.6. Anthony, a 4.5, gonna take it back. Cole, another 4.5. Anthony, 4.6. It is stretching out a little bit. 0.1 now. Now, Anthony gonna take over that number 2 spot, a 4.4. Cole with a 4.6. Anthony keeping it clean, found his footing. We are 3:30 down, 30 seconds left. Anthony's going to throw down his hot lap, a 4.4. He's going to fall back to the 3. It is all up to hundredths. 9-second mistake for Anthony. Didn't see what happened. Transponder didn't check, I believe. Final seconds of the race. We got Cole Denny in that 2 spot. Nathan Hale gonna take it.
Anthony,
That is a race. Nathan, Cole,
the race
Anthony.
is completed. Scott Ashley. Eric Mason.
Track is open.
Sean Denny. Down.
All right. I need TJ to cross the line. All right, we're good.
TJ Lacker walk.
Get him rolling, get him rolling. Can I get Matt Sinex or Jason Basham out to Marshall? Matt Sinex or Jason
TJ Lacker
Basham?
walk.
Oh, thank you. We got a volunteer. All right, we are covered. Let's get ready to race.
Sean Denny. Down. Scott Ashley.
This one will go live. Less than 5. Eric, Scott, TJ, Sean, Doug. All right, 20 seconds into this one. These racers are trying to beat Nathan Hale's TQ time of a 54 and a 4 flat. Right now, nobody on it. It is early in the race, though. We got Scott out front. He's on a 54.401. Sean in that 2 spot. Doug in the 3. Eric 4. TJ 5. Oh, Eric missed the line. One minute down, 3 left to go. Scott leading us off on a 53.401. He is 2 seconds over Sean. Sean's got half a second over Doug. Doug's going to throw down hot lap of the race, a 4.3. Scott, a 4.32. Just a little bit faster. Going to take the heater of the race. TJ in that 4 spot. Eric in the 5. We've got 1:30 down. 2:30 left to go. Scott and Sean, 4 seconds apart. Doug in that 3 spot, half a second off. He's been there most of the race. Your leader, Scott, he's in a red-black, number 58, crossing the line there. Coming up on some lap cars. Thank you, TJ. He's coming up on you next, Eric. All red and black. Oh, no. .220 down, 140 left to go. Scott and Sean. Sean's been holding down that 2 spot the entire race. Sean's in that orange, white, and blue. Crossing the line now. He's got Doug Townsend, half of a tenth behind him. That's 500ths. Now going to take that 2 spot. He has been gaining on him. All black and white wheels. Down the front stretch, gets around his competitor. Doug Townsend to the 2. He is working back that time. He's catching up to Scott. It's 1.7 between the leaders. Scott and Doug, 1.5 now. 3 minutes down. 1 minute left to go. There is enough time. Oh, Scott going to get it wrong in turn 2. Going to go sideways. Doug Townsend to the point. Dumps on a 52.403. That's good enough for the 3rd spot overall. Doug still has his better laps ahead of him. With 30 seconds left on the clock. Just ran a 4.9. This time by. Going to be a 4.5. He's got 7/10 over Scott. Scott's starting to make a final push. Final laps to do it. Scott makes it around Eric. Going to the backstretch now. Just ran a 4.4. Doug with a 4.5. They are half a second apart now. Oh, now 1 second. Scott with a 4.7. Doug with a 4.4. It has stretched out. There's the bell. Doug will take it home. Get to the line. Get to the line.
Done.
Everyone will be done when they cross.
Done.
That's a race. We got Doug gonna take it. He ran a 52.402. Just gonna beat out Scott and Sean in the 3. All right, if you were in that last one, make your way back out to the track for marshaling. I need Doug, Scott, Sean, Eric, TJ. I need 4 of you back out here.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed. Dan Stewart. Eddie Sadler. Brian Hill.
Okay, watch the front.
Brandon Hooker. Chris Workman.
All right, get the cars back out on the track. Get them on the track. All right, Brian Hill broke his car. He is out of this one. We got 4 racers hit the track. Looking for Eddie. Oh, he's out there. Need Chris Workman. All right, get him rolling, get him rolling. Brandon Hooker, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Get them rolling, get them rolling. Live starts here. Race will go live. Less than 5. Brandon, Chris, Dan, and Eddie. First 20 seconds going down. These guys are trying to beat Nathan Hale's TQ time of a 54.4 flat. Right now, we have Dan Stewart leading us off. He's on a 55.403. The only car to do better. That time by a 4.5 second lap, going to take him off of it. Your leader, all blue, white, red trim, crossing the line there. 54.4 flat. He's 1/10 of a second off of it. We got Brandon Hooker in the 2, Chris Workman 3, Eddie in the 4. Brandon Hooker, he's in the all black, white number 34. Going down the front, crossing the line. He's in that 2 spot. He's only 2 seconds off the leader. That is half the track. Chris Workman in the 3. He's in the all red, yellow number 63 or 69. 2 seconds behind Brandon. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Dan Stewart on a 54.4 flat. 2 seconds behind him, going to be Brandon Hooker. Dan just ran a 4.3. That's his hot lap. Brandon's got a 4.2. Chris a 4.5. Eddie a 5.6. Oh, Dan and Brandon both making little bobbles. Gonna be a 5.1 and a 5.2 from both of them.
2 minutes
Gonna
left.
knock Dan Stewart quite a bit off that pace. He's now in a 54.402.9. Knocked off a 10th there. Gonna gain it back, 54 and a 403 now. He is looking to go number 2 overall in the points. Brandon's looking to go number 3 overall. That would be your A name. And Chris Workman looking to go number 2 in the B. So following Chris Workman, he's about 4 seconds off of Brandon. He's on a 51 and a 4 flat. Needs to find about 2/10 of a second. Just ran a 4.5. This time by a 4.8. Oh, the body getting caught up in the car.
1 minute left.
Your leader, Dan Stewart, just ran a 5.7. A 53 and a 4 flat pace. Brandon Hooker, 2.5 behind him. They are still looking to go number 2 and 3. .330 down, 30 left on the clock. Your leader crossing the line there. Chris in that 3 spot. Brandon in the 2. .15 seconds left in this one. Dan Stewart going to go by for 3 more laps. Next time by, your leader will be done. Next time by. There's the bell crossing the line. Your leader is done.
Dan Stewart done.
Looking for Brandon and Eddie. Brandon is done. Now push Eddie across the line. That's a race. Race is over.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
All right, our points order for
Kaysen
two-wheel
Riley.
drive buggy street stock. Of those 3 races, we have Nathan Hale with an overall TQ, Dan Stewart in the 2, Brandon in the 3, Cole Denny going to be number 4 in the A main.
Gatlin Neal. Kaysen Riley. Matt Sinex. Rodney Riley.
All right, this race, get them spread out, get them spread out. This race will go live. Less than 5. Rodney, Matt, Gallon, Kaysen. All right, 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. We got Matt Sinex out front, Rodney in the 2, Kaysen 3, Gatlin 4. Your leader, Matt. He's in the orange, gray, black Fox body. Down the front stretch, crossing the line there. We've got Rodney Riley in the 2. He's in the blue and black Traxxas body, crossing there. Kaysen, all white and green. Down the front stretch, crossing the line there. And Gatlin in the 4. $120 down, 2:40 left to go. Your leader on a 45.401, Matt Sinex. He has 6 seconds over Rodney. Rodney's got 1.5 over Kaysen. Kaysen's got 11 over Gatlin. So your leader down the backstretch. He's got 8 seconds over Rodney. Rodney's going down the back now. And he's got 0.5 second over Kaysen. That's our closest race on the track. Oh, Kaysen going to get it wrong on the front stretch. Going to find his wheels. Here comes Rodney. It was 0.5 second. Now it's 3.5. Oh, Kaysen's going to catch the wall.
2 minutes left.
Going to catch the leader. Not going to hurt Matt too bad. Only 1 second mistake for him. Your leader, Matt, he's got a 5.1 hot lap. Ronnie's got a 5.2. Gatlin of 5.6. And Kaysen with a broken truck of 5.4. We saw Matt Sinex stuck on a lap car. Just ran a 43 and a 4:03 pace. He still got 2 seconds over Rodney. Rodney just threw down his fastest lap of 5.26. Backs it up with a 5.6. So the gap is spreading out again. Was too flat. Now it's 2.6. Matt looking to catch back up to Rodney. 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. Your leader, 44 and a 4:05. This is your one and only heat of Stock Slash. Matt looking to set a TQ pace that will set him well in the main with 15 seconds left on the clock. Ronnie's got to make up 6 seconds. Gallen's got to make up 50. That is the bell coming up. Your leader going to go by. Next time by, your leader will be done. Matt, keep going, keep going.
Rodney Riley done. Gatlin
Matt's
done.
going to take it. He has
Matt
4
Thomas
seconds over Rodney.
All drivers have
And
finished.
Gatlin in that
The race is
3
completed.
spot. Looking for Brandon and Mike. I got Brian out here.
Brian Hill.
Brandon Roberts to the track. I'm seeing a thumbs up, but I'm not seeing a racer.
Mike Basham. Brandon Roberts.
All right, get them rolling, get them rolling. Race will go live. Less than 5. Brian, Brandon, Mike. An early mistake by Brandon. Going to give Mike the point. Brian in that 3 spot. We are 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. Your leader, Mike. He ran a 4.1 hot lap. Brandon, a 4 flat. They are separated by half a second. Brandon making up time. Another 10th. Another 10th this time by, it is half of a second. We're getting ready to see a lead change. Brandon's going to take it that time. Just then, Mike's going to run his hot lap. A 4.1. Brandon, a 4 flat. A 3.9 by Brandon to solidify that spot. He's on a 58 and a 4.02. Half a second back, going to be Mike Basham. Your leader, all orange, black wheels, down the front stretch now. Cross the line there. Brandon Roberts, a 4 flat. Backs it up with another 4 flat. Mike Basham in that 2 spot. All black and white, number 34, down the back. Crossing the line now. He's on a 58 and a 4.03. Just ran his heater, a 4.05. He is half a second off the leader.
Two minutes left.
$2:15 down, 1:45 left to go. The battle for the lead is stretching out. Brandon throwing down heater after heater. He's on a 59 and a 4.03 pace. He's got 1.5 over Mike. Mike's going to throw down a 3.96. Going to take hot lap of the race from Brandon. Oh, Brandon's going to spin out in turn 2. Here comes Mike. Mike to the point. 2:45, 1:15 left to go. Mike Basham, 1 second over Brandon and pulling in. Brandon struggling to hold that number 2 spot to get back over Mike. It was 1 second. Now it's 1.3. Mike just has to get around Brandon. He doesn't even have to get around him. If he stays stuck to his tail, he's got a 1.5 second lead over Brandon. If he stays over him, he will be tonight's TQ.
Brandon Roberts done. Brian Hill done. Mike Basham done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Race is over. Mike's going to take it. Brandon in that 2 spot. Brian Hill in the 3.
John Mosby.
Looking for John, Paul, Eddie, Ronnie, Chris. I see Paul, John, Chris. Still looking for Eddie. I see Eddie and Ronnie. All right, need my marshals. I need one volunteer. One volunteer to come out and help me. I've got 5 cars on track and 3 marshals on the field. Just one volunteer to come help me in turn 2. Thank you very much, Justin. All right, covered on marshals.
Ronnie Sadler.
All right, is it a quick fix?
Eddie Sadler.
All right, cars are checked in. Mike Basham, I need you back out to the track. All right, race will go live. Less than 5. Chris, John, Paul, Eddie, Ronnie. Oh. All right, Ronnie gonna lose a wheel on the first lap. Gonna cause a crash in turn 3 and 4. We're gonna see what that happens. Hey, watch 3 and 4. We got a crash car. Go high. It's gonna catch our leader. All right, we are 45 down, 3:15 left to go. John out front. He's on a 46.403. He's got 3 seconds over Paul Taylor. Paul's got 1 second over Chris. Chris has 20 over Eddie. We are 1 minute down, 3 left to go. John's got a hot lap of a 4.7. Paul with a 5 flat. Chris a 4.9. Your leader, all orange, number 1. Down the backstretch he goes. Now 3-4, crossing the line there. He's got 4 seconds over Paul. Just reset his hot lap. Another 4.7. Working some traffic is your leader. Gets around all of them. All orange number 1 working some traffic. He's got Paul Taylor in the 2, Chris Workman in the 3. Oh, Chris going to get into the rear end of the leader.
2 minutes left.
John still got the lead. Paul Taylor about 5 seconds behind him. Now Chris falling off of Paul's time. Closest battle on the track. Battle for the 2 spot. We got Paul Taylor and Chris Workman. 1.8 apart. Paul's in the all blue, 92. Chris in the all white and blue, number 71. They are half a second apart on the track. 1.5 on the clock. Chris has to get around Paul if he wants that position. Paul's trying to hold it down. Chris looking to the inside, gonna have it that time. Now Paul has to try to keep up with him. He has 1.2 over him. Just has to keep his bumper on his. We are 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. Paul Taylor with a 5 flat. Chris with a 4.9. Chris is trying to pull away now. Looks like he is. Oh, caution in the middle. Marshals, if you get a hold of a car, place it outside of the race line. 3:30 down, 30 left to go. John, Paul, Chris. Racing has spread out. John out front on a 49, 4.040, gonna roll it over. He had 15 seconds over Paul. This time by should be around 12. Still 15. Both him and Paul having slow laps. There's the bell. Keep going, keep going.
Paul Taylor done. John Mosby done.
All right, everyone is done. Everyone is done.
All drivers are finished.
Super stock late model. John's going to take it. Paul in the 2, Chris in the 3. All right, track is open.
Titchener. Scott Ashley. Brandon Roberts. Skeeter Crum.
All right, get them rolling, get them rolling. Get them rolling, get them rolling. Race will go live. Less than 5. Keith, Scott, Brandon, and Skeeter. All 4 racers checked and rolling. We saw Keith cross the line first. He is leading us off. He's on a 55 and a 4.0 flat. Now on a 56.402. He is leading off Brandon, Skeeter, and Scott. A 4.2. Backs it up with another 4.2. Brandon just 1/10 faster. Gonna take over that top spot. Gonna hot lap the field with a 4.18. Keith in that 2 spot, half a second off. That's 0.5 of a second. Running a great race here for him. We got Brandon out front, a 4.15. He's on a 57.402. All orange black wheels down the front stretch, crossing the line there. 1.8 back, gonna be Keith Tishner. He's in the white, orange, yellow, number 14, crossing the line there. Just ran a 4.4. Skeeter in that 3 spot, looking to move up. Just had a little bit of a slow lap there, a 4.7. Closest race on the track. Battle for the 2 spot. Keith and Skeeter, half a second apart. Keith with a 4.3. Skeeter with a 4.4. $145 down, 2:15 left to go. All orange leading us off with a 57 and a 4.01. 4 seconds back is going to be Keith Tishner. He's in the white and orange, number 14, down the back stretch. Skeeter in that 3 spot, only 1/10 off of Keith. Now 100th, he's going to take that number 2 spot. Oh, watch the left side, watch the left side. Oh, watch turn 2, go high in 2, high in 2. $230 down, $130 left to go. We got Brandon, Keith, Skeeter, your top 3. Brandon leading us off. He's on a 56 and a 4 flat. He's got 12.5 seconds over Keith Tishner. Keith has 2.5 over Skeeter. Skeeter's in that all black red design. Gonna be a number 22 right behind Keith on the track. Keith is gonna let him by. Gonna try to take it back next turn. Gonna be a little too nice. Oh, Skeeter gonna hit the wall and roll it over. Gonna give Keith that position back on the track. 2.7 seconds between them. With 40 seconds left on the clock. This is heat 1 of 2. Brandon Roberts going to get back up onto that 57 lap pace. Keith in that 2 spot, about 17 off. Skeeter in the 3, only 4 seconds off of Keith. And Scott Ashley in that 4 spot. We have 10 seconds left in this one. Your leader will go by for 2 more laps. Next time by, Brandon, you should be done. Keep going, keep going.
Tishner done.
Brandon will be caught at the line. He is done. Skeeter, Keith, you're done, and Scott, you're done. That's a
The race
race.
is completed.
Brandon going to be on the 56 lap pace. 18 seconds over Keith. Skeeter in that 3 spot.
Dan Stewart, Mike Basham, James Brother, John Collins, Brian Hill.
Get him checked in. Get him checked in. All right. Dan, James, John, Brian, Mike. Race will go live. Less than 5. Well, spread them out. Spread them out. Don't want that happening in a race. Less than 5. Brian, James, Mike, John, Dan. Everyone is checked in, rolling. First car across the line. Going to be John Collins on a 58 and a 402. Oh, 3-car pileup in turn 3. Go high, go high. Early off. They are chasing down Brandon Roberts' TQ time of a 56 and a 4 flat. I believe there was 2 crashes in that qualifying time. Right now, we have John Collins leading us off. He's on a 57.402. He's in the all-yellow, number 59. Yellow and blue down the front. Crossing the line there. 57 and a 401. 2 seconds behind him, James Bruther. He's in the black and white, crossing the line there. He's got James right behind him, or Mike Basham right behind him. Oh, Mike's going to clip him and go sideways. Going to leave James wide open in that 2 spot. Mike in the 3. Dan Stewart in the 4. Brian Hill in the 5. There is a B main in this class. John Collins looking to reset that TQ. Mike Basham not quite ahead of Brandon's qualifying time. He's going to be sitting number 3 overall. James going to be going number 4 overall. So 1, 2, and 3 looking to do better and go to the A main. We got John Collins in here on a 57 and a 4 flat. Pace is dropping. Mike Basham, 2 seconds behind him. Mike's in the all black, number 34, crossing the line there. James Bruther, 3.6 behind Mike. He's in the black and white, crossing the line there. And Dan Stewart, blue and red. Number 26, working the front stretch. Oh, we're going to dive into him. Mike Basham, now on a 57 and a 402 pace. He is 1.2 off our leader. He is looking to go better than Brandon Roberts' time as well. So John and Mike looking to go 1 and 2 overall. Oh, we're going to see a crash from Mike, a 6-second lap. Going to move him another second off the pace. Three minutes down, 1 minute left to go. John, Mike, James, your top 3. We got big gaps in the back. 9 seconds between Mike and James. 16 between James and Dan. And 1 minute between Dan and Brian. This is the final race in qualifying. John Collins leading us off. Lost a little bit of time somewhere. Here comes Mike Basham, 1 second behind him and gaining another 2/10 there. John Collins a 4.2, Mike a 4 flat. It's 1/10 almost every time by John, a little squirrely down the backstretch. Mike Basham to the point. 20 seconds left in this one. Mike and John. Brandon going to go 3 overall. Mike has 2/10 over John Collins. Mike working the backstretch. Now to the front. Crossing the line there. All yellow and blue. John Collins losing time. Car's getting loose. Half a second now with no time on the clock. Next time by, they will be done. John, keep going. John, keep going. Mike, you are finished. John, James, Dan, you are done.
Drivers are finished.
That is a
The
race.
race is completed.
Mike Basham going to take TQ in the last minute of the race. John Collins going to go number 2, and James going to go number 4 overall. Brandon Roberts going to sit himself number 3 right there in the middle. All right, it is 8:25. There will be no practice. We're going to get back going at 8:50. 8:50. That is 25 more minutes. 25 minutes. We will get back to racing. It is 8:47. We are starting up here in 3 minutes. 8:50, race number 1. Two-wheel drive, buggy, street stock, C main. Looking for Chris, Eric, TJ, Eddie, Brian. Marshals will be from race number 11, buggy, street stock, A main. Nathan, Dan, Brandon, Cole. I need a marshal for Dan Stewart. Dan, can you find a volunteer for yourself, please? Out to the track in 3 minutes. All right, it is 8:50. I need my racers to the track. Chris, Eric, TJ, Eddie, Brian to the track.
Eric Mason, Chris Workman, Eddie Sadler, TJ Lacroix. Brian Hill, Brian Hill. Chris Workman. Eddie Sadler.
All right,
Eric
shut the
Mason.
track down. Shut the track down. TJ, can you cross the line for me? And Jason, can you cross the line for me? TJ's out. Jason across. Okay, line them up.
Jason
Chris
Basham.
on the 1. Eric 2. Eddie up to the 3. Brian 4. Jason 5. I have all my marshals. I have all 5 of my racers. Whenever you're ready, Chris, you are leading them off. All red and yellow, number 69 leading off. White and green, Eric Mason. Out of turn 4. They are live. They are live. Oh, caution turn 4. 25 seconds down, 3:35 left to go. We got Chris in the 1. Eric, oh, watch the front stretch. It's clear. That was for the lead. Now we have Jason Basham to the point. Eric Mason in that 2. Eric's going to take the top spot. Battle for the 1. Going down the back stretch now. Now to the front. We got Brian Hill in that 3 spot. It's a 3-way battle for that bump. It is 2 cars bumping. Brian Hill's going to dart to the inside. He's got the faster car. Just has to make it stick. It happens. Oh, watch the back stretch. Watch the back. Eric Mason going to crash out. He's going to fall back to the 3 spot. Oh, it is the 4 spot. Chris Workman now to the 3. He's joining in on that 3-car battle. Jason Basham out front. Ran a 4.7 hot lap. Brian Hill going to crash out. Now we got Chris Workman to that bump. Chris is in the red and yellow, right behind the leader of Jason Basham. He's going to take it. Jason just trying to putt his way around the track. He's got 3 seconds over Brian Hill, and we're not even halfway through. We are 150 down, 210 left to go. Chris leading this one off on a 48 and a 4:01 pace. We've got Jason in the 2, Brian in the 3, Eric in the 4. Eric is 14 seconds back from that battle for the bump. Your leader down the backstretch now. All red, yellow, number 69, yellow wheels crossing the line there on a 49.402. He's got 3 seconds over Jason and spreading out. Just ran a 4.6. Jason a 4.8. .245 down, 115 left to go. Battle for the lead now, 1 lap apart. Brian Hill to the inside of Jason Basham. That is for the bump. Blue and white down the backstretch he goes. Brian Hill to the 2 spot. Jason Basham, red and black. Going down the front now. Going to make up a little bit of time that time by. With 40 seconds on the clock. Just ran his fastest lap of 4.6. Brian Hill has a 4.4 that time by. Jason's going to take that spot. He's going to miss the line. Down that backstretch, we have Chris and Jason. Brian Hill going to pull off the track with a broken car. Eric going to move up to the 3 spot. 2 seconds on the clock. They will be done when they cross.
Jason Basham.
Jason, you are done.
Eddie Sadler done. Chris
Eddie,
Jason done.
Chris,
Eric
and
Mason
Eric.
done.
Race is
All drivers
over.
are finished.
Chris and
Race is
Jason
complete.
advancing to the next race. Sportsman, race number 2, A main. Cameron, Tony, Ryan.
Tony Hunton. Ryan Hahn.
All right, Cameron Reisinger. He was marshaling the last race. We'll give him a minute.
Cameron Reisinger.
All right, get them lined up. We have Cameron RTQ out front. Tony in the 2 and Ryan in the 3. Whenever you're ready, Cameron, you are rolling them off. Roll it slow until you get to turn 4. Out of turn 4, these 3 cars will go live. Good start for all 3 getting across the line. We got a battle for the lead. Tony looking to the inside. Cameron swinging wide. Tony going to take that top spot on lap number 3. Blue and white, or blue and black, going down the backstretch now. He's got blue, yellow, red color bomb right behind him. Battle for that top spot. Tony trying to pull away from him. Cameron seems to be running some pretty quick laps to keep up with him. We are 45 seconds down, 3:15 left to go. Tony leading them off. Chrome rims. Got Cameron right behind him. He's got those bronze rims. Gap is spreading out. Was 0.3 of a second a couple laps ago. Now it's 1.5. Cameron needs to put his head down and run some laps. Tony, a 5.3. Cameron, a 5.6. 5.4 from Tony. Cameron going to drive a little too hard into the corner. Going to roll it over. It's going to be a 6.2. Tony looking to put the lap on him. Tony in the blue and black. Cameron, blue, yellow, red. Down that backstretch, going to get a little squirrely. Crossing the line there. Now it is a 7-second difference. 1 lap Tony has over Cameron. We are 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Ryan Hahn in that 3 spot. Oh, watch the back. Gonna get it wrong down the backstretch. Blue-green chrome rims crossing the line there. Ryan Hahn on the 33 and a 4:04 crossing the line there. Hot lap for him. Gonna be a 5.4. Same hot lap as Cameron. 2/10 off of Tony. Tony's got a 5.2 hot lap. We are 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Cameron threw down a 43 and a 4:01 qualifying time. Right now, Tony is matching it in the main. 43 and a 4 flat. 11 seconds back is going to be Cameron from Tony. Another 30 back is going to be Ryan. We have big gaps in this race. They are not close. Cameron's trying to push to get back up there.
1 minute left.
3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. All black with a little hint of blue chrome rims. Down the backstretch now. Tony Hutton just ran a 5.3. Going to back it up with another 0.3. He's on a 44 and a 4:04 lap pace. His average time around the track is going to be a 5.5 second lap. Cameron's got a 5.9 average. Ryan's got a 6.9 average. .345 down, 15 seconds. Tony and Cameron 15 seconds apart. Ryan 38 behind them. To the line, 5 seconds left on the clock. They're going to be done at the line. Ryan, Tony,
Ryan Hahn done.
Cameron. That's a race.
Tony Hutton done.
Cameron crossed the line. That's a race.
Cameron Riesinger done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
All right, I need all 3 of those racers back out to the track, and I'm going to need 1 volunteer to help us out. 1 volunteer to help.
Dan Stewart.
Thank you, Doug.
Keith Titchener. Skeeter Crum. Skeeter Crum. Scott Ashley. Keith Titchener. Dan Stewart.
All right, let's get them lined up. Keith on the 1, Skeeter 2, Dan 3, Scott 4. Brian Hill is tapping out of this one. 4-car race. I have my marshals. Missing a car. Here it is. All right, whenever you're ready, Keith, you are leading them off. After a great race in qualifying, he is leading us off in the B. Keith Titchener. All white and orange. Number 14 down the backstretch now. He's got Skeeter right behind him. Skeeter's in the black and red. Number 22. Right behind him, going to be Scott, Ashley, and Dan Stewart. Dan's going to swing it to the inside of him. .30 seconds into this one. 3:30 left to go. Keith out front on a 55.403. He is leading the race over Skeeter. Just has to keep it clean. Make sure he doesn't overdrive the car. Had a good corner there. Another one. A 4.2 hot lap from him. Skeeter matching it. Dan Stewart right in front of them. 1 lap down. Scott going to pull off the track. Oh, Skeeter, a little bobble there. Going to give Keith some much-needed breathing room. All white and orange. Number 14, yellow wheels. Keith leaned him off. He's on a 54 and a 4 flat. That is a good enough time to put him number 3 overall if this was qualifying. Great run so far from him. Skeeter, 0.2 of a second behind him. Skeeter pushing hard. Running identical lap times. A 4.4 from Keith. Another 4.4 from Skeeter. Keith backs up with a 4.2. Skeeter a 4.4. Not making up tenths at all.
Two minutes left.
Your leaders coming up on Dan Stewart. .215 down, 1:45 left to go. Keith looking to hold it down. He's got Skeeter right behind him. 0.2 of a second now. Dan Stewart right in front of him. Giving them the room. Thank you very much. 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Open track in front of these guys. Just have to keep it clean off the walls and in the line. A 4.3 from Keith, a 4.2 from Skeeter. Skeeter going to get it wrong. Keith going to get it wrong. They are still going to be the bumps. Dan 1 lap behind them. Keith going to roll it over in turn 2 with 1 minute on the clock. Going to give Skeeter the top spot. Keith not going to be able to push his way back up there. He's not quite on a dominant enough pace to get up in there. Skeeter a 4.4. Keith a 4.4. Identical lap times all race. .340 down, 20 left on the clock. Skeeter and Keith 3 seconds apart. Another 4 seconds back is going to be Dan Stewart. Keith is looking to put the lap on him to solidify his position. 5 seconds on the clock to the line. They will be done. That's the bell. Everyone is finished. Everyone is finished. Skeeter and Keith going to be your 2 bumps tonight.
Kason Riley. Gatlin Neal. Rodney Riley.
I'm looking for one more Marshall. One more Marshall. Thank you. All right, get him checked in. Get him checked in.
Matt Sinex.
All right, shut the track down, shut the track down. No more laps. We got Matt on TQ, Ronnie in the 2, Gatlin 3, Kaysen 4. All right, they are lined up. Whenever you're ready, Matt, you are leading them off. Orange, gray, black, black wheels. Going live out of turn 4. Matt is your leader. Okay, let's get a restart. Restart real quick. Was it? All right, try not to crash yourself on the first lap. All right, 10 seconds down going into this one. We got Matt out front, Rodney in the 2, Kaysen 3, Gatlin 4. "30 seconds in this one. They are working lap number 6. Matt threw down a 44 lap pace in qualifying. This time around, he's on a 46 lap pace. He's got 3 seconds over Rodney, nearly 1 lap over the field. Rodney's got 3 seconds over Kaysen. Kaysen has 6 seconds over Gatlin. Looking at some of the fast times in 1 minute in, 3 left to go. Matt has a 5.00. Rodney, 5.4. Kaysen, 5.2. Gatlin, 5.7. Matt's going to get his lap over Rodney. Rodney's going to retaliate. Blue and black sock body. Going to go way wide on exit. Going to give it open to Matt. Matt's going to sneak to the inside. Down the backstretch, your leader goes. In that 2 spot, going to be the blue and black Rodney. Now 1 lap behind the leader. 1 second behind Rodney. Going to be Kaysen. Kaysen pushing his way back up there. He is faster on the clock. Rodney with a 6.2. Kaysen a 5.4. Kaysen all green and white. Working the front stretch now, crossing the line there. All white with green stickers. Working his way up to that 2 spot. He's in the 3, trying to get around his own dad for the 2. We got 3 cars going through turns. 2:15 down 1:45 left to go. Matt leading off this one. A 46 and a 4:01. 10 seconds over Rodney. Rodney's got half a second over Kaysen. Oh, Kaysen with a longer lap. Going to be 1.7 behind now. Rodney, same thing. Little bobbles. Going to tighten it back up. It was 2 seconds. Now it's 1 second apart. Gatlin, Neal, he is in that 4 spot. 30 seconds behind these guys. 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. Battle for the 2 spot. Kaysen looking to the inside. Oh, gonna ring it. Bumper stuck on body. Untangle him. "45 seconds on the clock. Kaysen gonna tangle it on him. Oh, Ronnie gonna ride the pipe and go around a little too far. 30 seconds on the clock. It's gonna come down to the next 5 laps. 5 more laps. Kaysen gonna seat in inside. Not there. Ronnie trying to lock down his lines. Little wide there. Kaysen sees it. Gonna slide around that corner. 15 seconds. They've got 3 more laps to go. 3 more laps. Kaysen gets the inside. Ronnie gonna get into the wall and go wide. Next time by, they will be done. Final lap. Final lap. Kaysen going through turn 3 and 4 to the line. He's gonna get it.
Kaysen Riley done. Rodney Riley done.
Race is over.
All drivers are finished.
Matt, Kaysen, Rodney. Okay, track is open.
Down. Sean Denny. Jason Basham. Anthony Austin. Chris Workman. Scott Ashley.
All right, shut it down, shut it down. All right, get them lined up. Doug on the 1, Scott 2, Sean 3, Anthony 4, Chris 5, Jason 6. All right, Doug, whenever you are ready, you are leading off the Buggy Street Stock B main. Scott right behind him, Sean in that 3 spot. Doug's going to try to hold him off for the bump out of turn. All right, one more time. One more time. Re-rack him. Roll it, Doug. Out of turn 4, they will go live. All right, great start. We got Doug holding down his spot. Scott in the 2. Sean 3. Chris Workman moving up a position to that 4 spot. Oh, Chris now up to the 3. Started from the 5, moving up to the 3. Sean Denny down there. Oh, gonna crash out. He's falling all the way to the back. Your leader, black and white, down the backstretch he goes. Now to the front, crossing the line there. Scott Ashley, black and red, number 68, gonna be leading over Doug and Chris Workman. That is your top three. Scott going to take hot lap of the race that last time by with a 4.3. Doug, a 4.4. Chris, a 4.3. Down the front stretch. Scott going to get it a little wrong. Here comes Chris and Doug. Doug and Chris going to move right around the leader. Oh, Chris going to get in them. Now it's Scott back out front. Scott's going to bump the wall. Nobody wants it. We are 120 down, 240 left to go. Doug Townsend down the front stretch. He goes, oh, Chris going to get into him. Going to get pushed around. $140 down, 220 left to go. Doug leading them off. He has 2 seconds over Chris Workman. Jason in the 3. Anthony 4. Sean 5. Scott 6. Jason Basham from the 6 spot to the 3. He's almost 1 lap behind these guys. Needs to get up to... He's got Chris Workman, the number 2 car, right in front of him. That is a lap apart. All the while, Chris making up time on Doug. Just ran a 4.3. Doug, a 4.6. Was 1.2 seconds. Now it is half a second. Chris with a little bobble. Going to slow down. Going to back it up with a faster lap. A 4.37. A 4.31 from Chris. Finding some heaters late in the race. 2:30 down. 1:30 left to go. 0.2 of a second apart. Oh, Doug going to push wide out of the turn. Going to give it way up to Chris. 1 and 2. They will both bump. Jason 1 lap behind them. About to be put down another one. Anthony in that 4 spot. About 15 seconds off of the number 3 car, Jason.
1 minute left.
3 minutes down. 1 left to go. Doug losing sight of Chris. A 4.5 from Doug. Chris a 4.4. Chris a 4.3. Another 4.3 from Chris. Doug back to back 4.6, 4.7, 4.4. Struggling to keep the pace up. They were on top of each other. Now it's 2.5 seconds with 15 left on the clock. Your leader going to throw down a fast lap of a 4.29. 5 more seconds left in this one. 3-car race. Jason nowhere near him. That's 2 laps down. Cross the line. They will be done. Doug, Chris, Jason, you are all 3 done. That's a race. Chris and Doug bumping to the A main.
The race is completed. John Mosby. Paul Taylor.
We are covered on marshals. I need my racers to the track. Well, I'm looking for 5 of them.
Eddie Sadler. Paul Taylor. John Mosby. Ronnie Sadler.
All right, Chris Workman, are you in the pits? Here he comes.
Chris Workman.
All right, shut her down, shut her down. Hey, Chris, make sure you're not getting on the track with wet tires. All right, get them lined up, get them lined up. John on the 1, Paul on the 2, Chris 3, Eddie 4, Ronnie 5. Whenever you're ready, John, you are leading them off. All 5 cars. We got 4 of them following right behind John. All orange number 1. Going live out of turn 4. All right. So a successful hole shot by Chris on lap 1. Gonna move him to that 2 spot right away. Ronnie in the 3, Paul 4, Eddie 5. John leading us out. Oh, 2 cars stuck on each other. Gonna be Eddie and Paul. They'll get them both lapped. John Mosby out front. He's on a 49.403. He ran a 48.402 in qualifying. Looking to do better than that by a lap. Just ran a 4.7 hot lap. Chris right behind him, about 3 seconds back. Ronnie in the 3 spot, Paul in the 4, Eddie 5. Ronnie just threw down his fast lap of a 5.1. Looking to make up a little bit of time on Chris. So the gap between those 2 cars, Chris and Ronnie, battle for the 2 spot, going to be 3 seconds apart. 2.6. Chris just ran a 4.9. Ronnie a 5 flat. They are battling nicely on the track. John out front. He's got 5.5 over Chris. Chris has 2.5 over Ronnie. Ronnie has 4.5 over Paul. Oh, John, a 4.6. Down the back stretch now to the front. Crossing the line there. All orange, number 1. Black wheels crossing the line there. He's on a 50 and a 4.04. Looking to go 2 laps better than his qualifying time.
2 minutes left.
Back-to-back 4.8, 4.7, 4.7, 5.0. Great lap times from that orange car. 50 and a 4:03. His pace is dropping. No real close racing happening right now. Our closest race in the track, battle for the 3 spot. That's happening between Ronnie and Paul. They are 3.5 seconds apart. Paul Taylor, all blue. Number 92, working the backstretch now. Now to the front, crossing the line there. He is 3.5 behind Ronnie. Ronnie is all yellow, black and silver rims, crossing the line there. Him and Chris, 1 lap apart. 1 minute left on the clock. We're 3 down, 1 left to go. Your leader, John, on a 49 and a 4 flat.
1 minute
Making
left.
his way through some traffic. Driving a little hard off corner. He's struggling to stay on that 50 laps. He wants clean traffic. He gets it. Another 4.7. Open track ahead of him. He's got Paul Taylor coming up on him. Chris with a big crash. Gonna move Ronnie a little bit closer. It was 5 seconds. Now it's 2.5. With 30 seconds left on the clock. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Oh, John gonna roll it over on the backstretch. He was on a 50 and a 4:04. This time by a 49 and a 4:04. Lost a full lap worth of pace. 10 seconds on the clock. No positions will be moving. To the line. Next time by, your leader will be done.
Ronnie Sadler done.
Chris, Eddie,
Chris Wood-
Paul,
Eddie Sadler done.
John, cross the line.
Paul Taylor done.
John, cross the line.
John Mosby done. All drivers are finished.
I said
The
next
race
on
is
by.
completed.
I need one more Marshall from that last one. One more to come out here and help me. All right, we are covered on Marshalls. Go ahead and get them rolling.
John Collins. Brandon Roberts. James Brother. Skeeter Crum. Keith Titchener. Mike Basham.
All right, it is the A main. If you all want to make some quick changes, now is the time to do so. All right, no more laps. Get them lined up. Get them lined up. We got Mike on that 1 spot. John in the 2. Brandon 3. James 4. Skeeter 5. Keith 6. Skeeter and Keith bumping from the B main. All right. Get him rolling, Mike. Get him rolling. All black, number 34. Going live out of turn 4. He's got John Collins all over him. Already we're seeing a 2-car breakaway. Brandon trying to keep up. These 2 cars going to get the jump on him. Too bad John Collins going to flip it over. He is now 1 lap down behind the leaders. We're seeing a couple crashes here. We got Mike, Brandon, Skeeter, James, Keith, John. John, 1 crash, went all the way down to the 6th spot. We are 45 down, 3:15 left to go. Oh, watch turn 4, go low out of 4. Good Marshall there. Mike leading us off. He's going down the front. Now the back stretch. Looking to lap Skeeter, the number 3 car. Gets it done. Mike Basham has a lap over the 3rd place car. The number 2 car going to be Brandon Roberts. He's been holding steady pace. Not quite on a dominant pace to keep up with him. He is looking for a crash from the leaders. Brandon just threw down a 4.1. Mike has a 3.9 hot lap. Running consistent 4.0s. Oh, getting around some crash cars. Nice moves, Mike. Going to be a 4.2. Moving out of the way for traffic. Mike has 2 seconds over Brandon. Brandon has 2.5 over John. John went all the way back to the 6th, made his way back up, clawed his way back up. Now he's 2.5 off of Brandon. Brandon's 2.5 off of Mike.
Two minutes left.
John gonna pull out of this one. Brandon, everyone moving up a position. We got Mike, Brandon, James now to the 3, Skeeter 4, Keith 5. .230 down, 130 left to go. All black and white, number 34 down the front, crossing the line there on a 58 and a 4 flat. Mike ran a 57.402 in qualifying. He's looking to improve that by almost a lap. Brandon, he's on a 57.401, 3 seconds behind, about to get lapped. James, 15 seconds off of the battle for the 2 spot. Skeeter in that 4 spot, 1 second off of James. That is our closest battle on the track. 3 minutes down, 1 to go, 1 second apart. Giving room for the leaders. Thank you, Skeeter. Black and orange, number 22, has to use all of this time to his advantage. He's got 45 more seconds to make up 1.7 to get up to James on the podium. Made up 1/10 of a second there. James with a 4.3. Skeeter with a 4.2. Gonna need a bobble here. 25 seconds left. He's not quite fast enough to pull him in. He is at 1 second the difference. 1.2. 1.3 now. Another 10th lost. James with a 4.3. Skeeter with a 4.4. 10 seconds on the clock. He's gonna need a crash here. 5 seconds left. Next time by for the leaders, they will be done. Brandon, Mike. Oh, watch after the line. Watch after the line. It's clear.
Keith Titchener done. Skeeter Crum done. All drivers are finished.
That's a race. Mike gonna go tone to tone. Brandon in the 2, James in the 3.
Lewis Shelton. Justin Fay.
Okay, I need my marshals from that last one. If you were in the last race, make your way back out here, please. There were lots of racers. There were 6 of you. I'm seeing 3. One more. Can I get Brandon back out here? All right, there's number 4. We are covered. Okay, we are looking at a 3-car race. John, Justin, Louie. Alton had to go home.
John Mosby.
John, Justin, Louie. Line them up, line them up. Whenever you're ready, John, you are leading them off. All orange, number 1, followed by Justin in the blue and black. Going live out of turn 4. They get a good start. Already we're seeing Brandon kind of starting to pull away. Justin gonna hot lap the race early off. Gonna roll it over. John gonna back it up. 4.8. Justin 4.9. Louie 4.9. Oh, Louie, a 5 flat. We are 30 seconds down. 3:30 left to go. Louie moving up to the 2 spot. Justin falling back to the 3. About to get lapped. Carter a little too soft on the front end. Digging into that dirt and flipping over. John, Louie, Justin. No interesting racing happening here now. Everybody pretty spread out on their own lap. John working 15. Louis working 14. Justin working 13. They are 130 down, 230 left to go. John's on a 48 in a 4:01. Just ran his fast lap of a 4.8. Down the front stretch, your leader goes. All orange, number 1. He's got the black and orange wheels going down the front. Crossing the line there. A 4.9. Louis, 6 seconds behind him. He's in the brown, white, and silver. Crossing the line there. Going to be a 5.3. Fast lap 5 flat for Louis. The only one not to hit 4 seconds.
2 minutes left.
Louis has 6 seconds over Justin. Puts the car up on 2 wheels. $2.15 down, 1:45 left to go. A little past the halfway mark in this race. Going down the back stretch, your leader coming up on the number 2 car. Justin Fay starting to put his head down and make up some time. A 5 flat from Justin. Louis a 5.7. Another 7/10 made up by Justin. He was 5 seconds behind. He was 6 seconds behind. Now he's 2.5 seconds behind. With 1:15 on the clock, Justin making up time. Louis gonna roll it over. Here goes Justin in the 2 spot. Three minutes down.
1 minute left.
1 minute left to go. We are working the final quarter of this race. John, Justin, Louis. The battle for the top spot. John and Justin, 15 seconds apart. That is 3 laps over the field that John has. Justin has 2.5 seconds over Louis. That is half the track. 3:30 down, 30 seconds left on the clock. These guys are going to go around for about 6 more laps. John's working lap 44 of 48. Ten seconds left. Your leader going to go by for 2 more laps. 2 more laps. Next time by, your leader will be done. He will be caught at the line.
John must be
Justin
done.
and Louis are done. That is a race.
Shelton done.
Race is
All
over.
drivers are finished. The race is
John,
completed.
Justin, Louis. Your top 3.
Thomas Sadler. Ronnie Sadler. Paul Taylor. Jason Basham.
All right, I need one
Sadler.
volunteer out to the track. One volunteer. If I could get one volunteer to help us out at the beginning of the front stretch. One volunteer to help us out there. One volunteer in turn 4 to help me out. One volunteer to get this race over. Thank you very much. All right, looking for a clean 4 minutes from 5 racers on the track. Paul, Jason, Eddie, Ronnie, Thomas. Get them lined up. Paul out front, Jason 2, Eddie 3, Ronnie 4, Thomas leading off the pack. Jason in the 2. Paul, Jason, Eddie. Whenever you're ready, Paul, lead them off. Going live out of turn 4. Good start there. Thomas ripping a wheelie all the way down the backstretch. We're seeing a 2-car pull away. Paul, Jason, Thomas from the 5 spot. Oh, going to push it a little too hard. Going to roll it over. 2-car pull away. Paul and Jason. Jason going to play it smooth. Going down the front stretch, they will. Paul, a 5-0. Ran a hot lap of a 4.9. That's your leader. Jason, a 4.8 that time. Paul's going to roll it over. We're going to see Jason in the lead. Jason's going to flip it over. Now Thomas Sadler moving up right there on his tail. We are Jason and Thomas battle for the 2 spot. Both of them, red and black bodies. Paul Taylor leading this one off. He's white, blue, orange down the backstretch. Now to the front, crossing the line there. Oh, Thomas missing the line entirely. A 10-second lap for him. So Jason, big gap now to Ronnie. Ronnie moving up to that 3 spot. Thomas back in the 4. Paul Taylor down the front, crossing the line there of 5.7. Jason Basham a 4.9, 1 second made up. Paul going to back it up with a 4.9. Jason pulling tenths at a time. He is making it all up. Another 10th made up there.
2 minutes left.
3 tenths made up there. They are half a second apart now. Down the back stretch. They've got no... Oh, watch the front go high, go high. It's clear. Battle for the lead, neck and neck down the front. Cross the line there. 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Paul trying to hold off Jason Basham. They are 0.2 of a second apart. White, orange, blue, crossing the line there. Number 60, followed by black and red. Number 68, down the front stretch they go. 0.2. A 4.9 for Jason, a 5 flat for Paul. Oh, Paul going to go wide. Jason going to tip him. Jason wants a race. Not going to let him get away with it. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. 1 minute to make a pass. They've got 12 more laps to do it. 12 more. Down the front stretch. Now to the back. Paul trying to lock down that inside. Jason just a little bit quicker. Paul leaving the exit wide open in turn 2. Jason playing it patient. He saw it coming. Paul going to crash out. Going to give it way open to Jason Basham now. 20 seconds on the clock. Oh, watch the front stretch. Now Jason almost a lap over the field. He's got 15 seconds to play it safe. Sunday drive to the line. Paul Taylor a 4.8. Jason a 4.8. No time on the clock. To the line they go.
Sadler done. Ronnie
Paul,
Taylor done. Paul
Jason,
Taylor done.
Eddie,
Jason
Ronnie.
Basham done.
That is a race.
All drivers
Race
are
is over.
The race is completed.
Good race.
Brian Hill. Brandon Roberts. Mike Basham.
All right, Mike, you better win. Get him lined up. Get him lined up. Mike, Brandon, Brian. 3-car race. Whenever you're ready, Mike, you are leading them off 4 minutes. You ran a TQ time of a 59.403. Black and white, number 34. Gonna try to hold off all orange, black wheels. Brandon Roberts. Brian Hill, blue and white. Oh, gonna catch the wall. Broken wing, it looks like. Hanging a little loose on that car. Oh, Mike getting squirrely. Oh, Brandon gonna push the issue. Gonna right his wheel and roll over. Black, number 34, down the front stretch now. Crossing the line there. 52 and a 401. Brandon Roberts just ran a 4 flat, keeping up with him. Down the back stretch they go. We are 45 seconds down. 3:15 left in this race. 4 flat for both of them. Brandon a 4.005. Oh, and Mike gonna ride the pipe and go inside of it. 1 lap behind now. So 10-second mistake. Gonna move Brandon Roberts out front. They are now 5 seconds apart. Oh, Brandon gonna get sideways. Gonna get it wrong. Gonna move Mike Basham just that lap ahead. Oh, Mike gonna hit a lap car. Now Mike is 2 laps down. All black, number 34. Now in the 2 spot. Brandon Roberts, all orange, black wheels, leading us off. He's on a 56.402. Ran a hot lap of a 3.9. Mike right behind him with it, a 3.9. A little bit faster than Brandon's.
Two minutes left.
A 4 flat from Brandon. A 4.0 from Mike. Matching lap times. 4.3 for both of them. Oh, Brandon gonna get it wrong on the front, giving Mike all the time in the world to catch up to him. Now they are 1 second apart. Brandon had the 2 laps over him. Mike a little bit quicker on the track right now, it looks. Brandon ran a 4 flat. Mike a 3.95. Oh, Brandon gonna clip a lap car, gonna push him. Now he got passed by Mike. Mike back to the point. All black, number 34, leading us off. 3/10 behind him, going to be Brandon Roberts. All orange, black wheels in that 2 spot. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. We are entering the 4th quarter of this race. Oh, watch the front stretch. It's clear. 3:15 down, 45 left to go. Someone's motor's overheating out there. We can smell it. Woo. 30 seconds left in this one. Mike's got to hold him off. Half a second behind him. Brandon trying to push to get back up there. A 3.9 from Mike. A 4.0 from Brandon. Another 3.9. Another 4.0. Time is being lost on Brandon's behalf. It was 2/10. Now it's 9/10. 1 second now. We are 5 seconds left on the clock. Keep going, keep going. You will be done at the line, Mike. Mike, you are finished. Brandon, you are finished. That is a race. Race is over.
Race is completed.
Mike, you're going to run a 56.402.
Nathan Hale. Chris Workman. My bad. Dan Stewart. Down.
Shut the track down, shut the track down. No laps, no laps. Let me get my marshals out there. Marshals. I need 2 more. Final race of the night. I want a full field of marshals. There are 6 cars. If you are not racing, please help us out. Thank you, Sean. And should be good with Brandon out there, too. That will be a full field. All right, go ahead and get your laps. Get your laps.
Brandon Hooker.
All right. All right, shut it down, shut it down. No more laps. Let's get them lined up. Nathan, Dan, Brandon, Cole, Chris, Doug. Nathan, Dan, 1 and 2. Brandon, Cole, 3-4. Chris, Doug, 5-6. All right, Nathan, whenever you're ready. All right, he's ready. Blue, gray, black, 0. Going down the back now. 3 and 4. Crossing the line. Dan Stewart, good jump on him. Oh, gonna get a little twitchy. Gonna cause a crash. Nathan gonna get away from Dan. Chris now to the 3 spot. Chris from the 5 to the 3. 30 seconds in, 3:30 left to go. Nathan Hale down the front stretch, crossing the line there. Blue, gray, black, number 0, black rims, crossing there. He's got 1 second over Dan Stewart and lots of traffic in between them. Oh, Chris gonna make the jump to the 2. Dan gonna take it back. Chris dive bombing for that inside. He wants it now. $50 seconds down, 3:10 left to go. Nathan, Dan, Chris, Brandon, Doug. Oh, Brandon with a big crash. Gonna move Doug and Cole up in the lineup. Oh. Your leader down the front. Oh. Someone parking a car on the front stretch. Gonna catch our leader. Nathan gonna be going down the line. Down the backstretch he goes. He's got 3 seconds over Dan Stewart. Dan's in the blue, white, and red. Oh, Cole Denny eating the wall. Is the car broken? It is. Dan Stewart in the 2. He's in the blue, white, and red. Down the backstretch he goes. 3, 4. Down the front, crossing the line. Chris Workman, 1/10 of a second behind him. He is quicker on the track. Oh, Dan didn't see what happened. Looks like Chris is waiting on him. Must have gotten into him. Gonna move Doug Townsend to the 2 spot. Nathan, Doug, Dan, Chris. Chris gonna hit the pipe and go over. Gonna find his wheels. Gets back on the track. All right. Nathan 1 lap over the field. He is in the middle of that battle for the 2 spot. He's going to let them fight it out. Very courteous of him. 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Dan Stewart going to slide out. Chris Workman in the 2 or 3 spot. This is for the podium. 1:15 left on the clock. Doug, Chris, Dan, 3-car battle. This is for podium positions here. Doug holding down the 2 spot. Chris in the 3, Dan in the 4. Chris all over Doug's rear end. Oh, Chris gonna get to the inside. Doug gonna say no. Gonna go a little wide. Chris gonna have it easy. Now Chris to the 2, Doug back to the 3. Dan sitting in that 4 spot. 45 seconds left. 3:15 down, 45 left. Nathan Hale, he's got a 2-second lead over Chris Workman. I didn't see what happened. Is he missing laps? Chris Workman to the point now. Oh, Chris is going to roll it. Gives it back to Nathan. Doug and Chris. Now Chris going to get in front of Doug again. 20 seconds left. Nathan losing lots of time. He is slowing way down. To the line. 15 seconds left. Chris is going for the win. Gonna roll it over. Doug now gonna take that top spot. 5 seconds left. They're gonna go by one more time to the line. 3 cars wide. Nathan gonna get the worst end of it.
Done. Dan Stewart
To the 4 spot. Your leader gonna go.
Nathan Hale done. All drivers
Doug's
are finished.
gonna take it. Dan 2, Chris 3. What a race to finish it off. All right, it is 10:15. Final race of the night has been ran. I don't believe any records have been broken tonight. If you made a podium or a top qualifying title, make your way up front for a podium picture.